Sunderland, Villa, Wolves, and now Crystal Palace. Why do Arsenal keep conceding late goals? Because right now, they're doing the one thing that elite title winning teams cannot do. They're letting games stay alive, when really, they should be dead and buried. Now, before we go full panic mode, let's add context. And according to Opta, from the 90th minute onwards, so in stoppage time, we're seeing the most amount of Premier League goals ever recorded. And with that, a goal in stoppage time in the final minutes of the game happens every 2.9 games. So Arsenal aren't alone, but Arsenal's pattern is still a problem. And you know, here's the brutal truth. A lot of these late goals are happening in games that Arsenal should have put to bed. And Arteta himself even knows this, because after the win against Palace, he said the margins should have been bigger. And this was a theme after the game, but it's been the theme of Arsenal in the recent weeks. And it's funny, because even on Sky Sports, they're alluding to it not being a defensive issue, but more so of an attacking one. And I'm inclined to agree, because I think everybody knows the most dangerous scoreline in football is 1-0. It's the perfect moment for the opponents to actually throw everything in the attack. It's the perfect time for them to say, you know what, we're already losing this game. Worst case scenario, we throw everyone forward and we lose by 2 as opposed to 1. But if it does go their way, this can see them turn the result from a loss into a draw, like we saw at Sunderland. And if it's 1-1, this can even change a game from a draw to a win, like we saw away at Villa. And here's the thing, it's not like Arsenal are not making chances in these games. We are making plenty of chances. We're just struggling to put the ball in the back of the net. Because in Arsenal's most recent stretch of games, we played over 300 minutes of football and have only scored 1 goal for ourselves. 2 own goals against Wolves, an own goal against Crystal Palace, and yes, a penalty against Everton to win the game. And this is massive, because when you don't finish teams off, the last 10 minutes of the game turns into crosses. It turns into set pieces, second balls, and absolute madness. And Arsenal fans, as much as I hate going back to a game where we lost, let's go back to Aston Villa. Buendia scores in the 5th minute of stoppage time with basically the last kick of the game. But what matters here is what Arteta said after the game. We didn't manage the ball well when we regained it. We started well in the second half, scored, and we were dominant. Then we had periods where we gave the ball away, which could have cost the game before the actual goal. It's painful. And this whittles down to game management. It's all about control. And you know what? Regardless of whatever rival fans say, or pundits on Sky Sports, TNT, you name it, when you get the ball late on and you're trying to either secure the draw or secure the win, your job is 2 things. Number 1, keep the ball. This means in the latter stages of the game, and I'm talking the last 5, maybe 10 minutes, take fewer risks. Number 2, move it into the safe zones. Take it to the opponent's corner flag and hold the ball up. Play for some fouls. This is where you need to slow the game down and reset. Now, me personally, I don't care if people say that this is dark arts or this is ruining the game. Champions do whatever the hell they must do to become champions. And for the last 3 seasons, Arsenal have been nearly men. They've nearly gotten it done. So regardless if people say that this is dark arts or Arsenal are killing football doing this, if this means Arsenal get the title, then so be it. And when we look at teams that have won the league in the past, not every game has been beautiful. Not every single minute of the game has been free-flowing, beautiful, fluid, attacking football. Sometimes you need to slow it down and absolutely kill any of the opponent's momentum late on in the game. But now it's time to notice the type of goals that Arsenal are conceding. But just quickly, if you guys are enjoying this video, be sure to slap a like on this video. You guys have been supporting me like crazy recently, and I absolutely appreciate it. The target for today's video is 100 likes, so if we can smash that, I would absolutely appreciate it. Let's get back to the video. All of the late goals that Arsenal have been conceding can be summed up by this one word: chaos. Away against Sunderland, Arsenal concede in stoppage time off of a messy moment where the ball gets kept alive and finished from close range. Away against Villa is literally described as a chaotic scramble before Buendia wins it late. Wolves at home, Tolu Orokodare equalises in the 90th minute, but again, it's late pressure, poor box defending, and not winning the first contact. Recently at home against Palace in the Cup, they equalised in stoppage time after a poor handled free kick situation where we lose the first ball and the second ball. So it's not like Arsenal are getting carved open late on in the game by beautiful passing movements. It's more so late game pressure, one sloppy sequence, and one chance in the box. And I think the main 3 reasons is the fatigue, rotation, and of course, the packed December schedule. With constant matches in December, the schedule gets ugly, the legs go, and it's hard to keep up the constant pressing and concentration. Now, I'm not saying this as an excuse, I'm just adding context. And Arteta himself has actually admitted that the squad has had to deal with constant physical issues. You look at injuries to Ben White, obviously players like Gabriel Jesus just coming back. Gabriel Magalhaes is still out injured, same with Kai Havertz. Mosquera, who was our backup centre-back, came in and got injured. Hincapié has also had a couple injuries. And these constant injuries, these constant chopping and changing of not only the back line, but also some of the personnel when it comes to our structure defensively, it kind of makes sense as to why certain things keep happening. Now, there is no doubt that Arsenal do have a lot of squad depth. I even made a video about it previously. But where I think the team needs to do better is balancing the minutes, making sure that we make more substitutions. We actually use all 5 subs every single game. Because when the intensity drops even 5%, you stop winning the duels that you need to be winning. You stop clearing the ball properly, and you stop keeping the ball when you recover it. And that is when late goals happen. And that can sometimes be the difference between a title and another second place finish. The easiest way to stop these late goals becoming a problem and robbing us of 3 points is quite simple. Score the second goal, or the third, or the fourth, or the fifth. Arsenal will need to score more goals. It's as simple as that. Arsenal's recent run of narrowly beating their opponents makes every single game feel like it's on a knife's edge. And I don't know about you, but I can't take it. The second fix that we could do is treating possession like defending. Like Arteta said after the Palace game, when we win the ball back, we do not regain it well. We don't need to be forcing killer passes late on in the game. If it comes to it where we're 1-0 up, it's in the 85th minute, by all means, slow the game down. And lastly, this might sound ironic, but we need to do better in set pieces. Palace equalised from a stoppage time set piece. Wolves equalised with a late header. And so did Sunderland. So these are the margins. Cut out all the silly, cheap fouls that were given away late in the game. And it's funny, because losing out on the first contact and definitely the second contact has been something that has been unlike Arsenal for the last 3 seasons. For some reason, we're slipping back into our old late Wenger and Unai Emery ways. We need to win our duels and be obsessed with that first contact. Because when I lose a duel, I'm upset.
When I lose a duel, I'm upset.
So yeah, Arsenal aren't conceding late goals because we're defensively bad all of a sudden. It's mainly these 3 things. When we're in control of games, we're not killing teams. We're creating chances, but we're not putting the ball in the back of the net as much as we should be. And in a season where late goals in stoppage time are through the roof, that is literally playing with fire. And this Arsenal team, who are aiming to win the league at the end of the season and look favourites to do so, simply can't afford to get burnt. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Do you think my analysis of why Arsenal are conceding late goals is spot on? Or do you think there's more to the story and I've simply missed the point? Don't forget to subscribe to join MB United. I release videos like this every single Sunday. So guys, make sure you stay tuned, hit that notification bell so you know exactly when I upload. For those of you who celebrate, I hope you had a very, very good Christmas. New Year's is coming up. So that means the next time I see you guys will be in 2026. And you know what that means? The January transfer window. What else would it mean? So don't worry, there's going to be some content around some January transfer windows and what I think Arsenal should do and some other teams too. But before you go, I'd recommend you giving this video a watch, because if you enjoyed this, you're definitely going to enjoy that one. So until next time, I'll see you guys in 2026 in a bit.